All right, so again, you just looked at an example of how to find common denominators with fractions. I'm just going to illustrate that here for you so you can get a better idea of it to go along with those pictures. This is sort of like a weird concept to do when you're not doing any operation, but whenever I am able to find my common denominator right now, that will make my learning to add fractions that much easier whenever I get to that point in the presentation. Okay, so like the example said, I'm going to go ahead and multiply my denominators. So I have 4 times 7 gives me a denominator of 28. Okay, so now I have my common denominator. So I'm going to start them right over here. So this will be for my first one, and then for my second one over here. But whenever I find common denominators, I can't just change the denominator. I have to go back and adjust the numerator so that my fraction is still equivalent. So over here, to get to 28, I multiplied by 7. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on the top. So 3 times 7 is going to give me 21. And then over here on this fraction, I've multiplied by 4 on bottom to give me 28. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply on the top by 4. So that will give me my new numerator of 20. So now at this point, I'd be able to go ahead and add or subtract whatever operation they were asking me to do. But here, I'm just going to stop. I'm just practicing finding those common denominators. Again, below I'll show you real quick. I'm going to go ahead and multiply my denominators. So 3 times 5, which I know gives me 15. So getting my new fraction set up, they're both going to have that denominator of 15, so that'll make them alike, and I'll be ready to add or subtract later. Then going back to my original fraction, I know this one's going to be times 5. So I'm going to multiply by 5 on top, which gives me 10 for my new numerator on this one. And then going to my second fraction, I'm going to multiply by 3. So I'm going to multiply by 3 on top for my new numerator, which is going to give me 12. So then again, I would be all ready to go to add or subtract those. Okay, so again, hopefully after looking at that picture example and then watching this video, you have a better idea of it and you're getting more ready to go ahead and get into those operations.